What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood episode 34. So very quickly before I talk about Fullmetal, I just want to really quickly address Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm very understanding of the fact that probably 90-95% of my viewers are here just for Fullmetal. But for any of you watching this that also watch my Jujutsu Kaisen videos, I'm currently in the middle of rewatching season 1 before I get into the Shibuya incident arc. I'm just absolutely loving Jujutsu Kaisen right now. I feel the most into the show that I've ever been. So in order to give it the proper attention for the rest of season 2, I'm gonna finish rewatching season 1, which I'm thoroughly enjoying, by the way, and I'm picking up on so many details I know that I've been missing. But anyway, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. So I did say last episode I had a little bit more to talk about last episode and then going into this episode as well. I was definitely very tired last episode. So as I'm editing episode 33, I'm just watching myself and I'm only half there sometimes, you know, especially in that scene of Ed and Buccaneer fighting. I was pretty spaced out, and most of that was because I was just thinking about stuff. I was thinking about like what's the deal with all this different type of automail that Buccaneer has, and just everything else to do with Briggs in general. So mostly just the extra things I picked up on was mostly just about like Buccaneer and Olivier, right? So Buccaneer's like his automail arm, he called it like the crocodile, right? Because it had like the, you know what I'm saying? And at one point he revved that shit like it was like a chainsaw, which was crazy. Like that, I just don't think we've seen automail be used in that way. Like it wasn't just automail, it clearly had some sort of mechanical element to it as well, which was really sick. And there were some really cool moments in that fight as well. And then when we got to Fort Briggs, now I believe Armstrong actually referred to Olivier as the Northern Wall of Briggs, right? Like she is referred to as that, and Fort Briggs is the name of the actual, like the wall. Olivier, you know, referenced that Ed and Al could be spies, right? But obviously given the situation, of course, you shouldn't just take their word for it. Anyone could rock up and claim to be with the military. So they're clearly taking no chances up there. And it seems like a very different kind of vibe than what we're used to. I think this could be really good for Ed and Al. I think especially Ed, like this whole different situation. It's very serious. We had the fight between Kimberly and Scar as well. You know, Kimberly's been stabbed. Like he's clearly out of action for a little bit. But I really love the way they're building up this Kimberly and Scar situation. The two have a lot of history already, and they're still building up Kimberly. You know, he has a bit of a ways to go before he's back, you know, in form, I guess. Whereas Scar right now, he is at the top of his game. You know, he made quick work of Kimberly pretty much. But I love that Kimberly's involved. Like we've taken a step back from pretty much most of the homunculi and this whole father situation in the last few episodes, and like the main antagonist has been Kimberly, which is great. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite characters in the show, albeit a villain. He's a very well written character. And one of the other things that I am almost more excited about than this whole Briggs thing is May and Marco finding Scar's brother's research notes, and May kind of presenting this new idea into the show that a mixture of alchemy and alchemy could be the secret to immortality. So interesting. Like I'm so curious as to like where this idea came from. Was it from Scar's brother's research? How are we going to figure out how that's related? How are we going to figure out how to like mix them together? I'm just so curious. You know, I have so many questions right now about what's going on, so much mystery behind what's going to happen in Briggs, with Scar's brother's research notes, with Kimberly. We're just at another really great point in the show. So I feel like things are going to start picking up a little bit more again here, and I'm really excited for it. So I'm going to get into the episode now. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 34. It's so hard to sometimes avoid these thumbnails. Usually I just look away. I'm looking down at the bottom, like, you know, make sure the settings are where they need to be and the subtitles are on. But that was just in my face, man. Is that Sloth? I think the only other time a thumbnail has really grabbed me like that was that one time Bradley was all up in the camera. But I am very intrigued about that. Look at that wall, man. Why is the wall here? Is my other question. We're keeping something in, or we're keeping something out?
Walking around in a snowstorm. The flesh that's touching
Al still doesn't have his head on.
So does that Buccaneer guy have a different kind of automail or something?
It's no use, Doc. I can't get this thing unstuck.
Oh, there's Al's head.
Up here, your automail has to be flexible and lightweight. It also needs to be resistant to the cold.
Mm-hmm.
After some trial and error, we found an alloy that works. A combination of duralumin, carbon fiber, nickel, copper, and so on.
Okay, so not iron. Like how Ed was trying to transmute, right?
It was just iron.
Yeah.
It's no wonder I couldn't do anything with it.
Winry needs to be with these people. She needs to meet them.
Be careful.
Do you have a mechanic?
Yeah, but she's in Rush Valley. I didn't tell her I was.
Oh
planning
yeah,
on coming up
they have
here.
a situation. Hey.
I recommend you send for her. Assuming that
Yes.
you stay alive.
Fine.
Yeah, let's get Winry up here, man. Oh, what for the coffee?
Seriously? It wasn't even that good a cup of coffee.
Talk to him.
Get used to it.
So, you come up here with mediocre automail, completely ignorant about the North, and you try to bypass the command center.
They really just got on the train, man.
State Alchemist with an.
Hello, little
It's time.
Red Run.
She's here. Little Red Run.
If you have a problem, then now's the time to speak up.
That's the first time he hasn't flipped out at someone calling him little, right? He's like melting right now. Olivia is different.
My hair!
Wait, what?
It looks awful.
Ice Queen. Let's go.
You two are close to my brother, Alex.
I'm gonna pause this on the family photo. Quite a big family. Is that supposed to be... Oh. I'm trying to figure out the situation here. So on the right is clearly... That's the automail mechanic.
The big strong guy we know and love. Alex is just great.
No,
What'd that mean?
Never mind him.
Bit of a sibling
Tell me
rivalry?
why you would buy. I want to know it all, including why your armor's empty.
Oh, here we go. It's quite the story.
But if this information reaches certain ears, I could be court-martialed.
Even I have secrets like that.
Maybe if we can do it without mentioning the Fuhrer or the homunculi.
What are you whispering about? Start talking now.
Let's just tell her we're trying to get our bodies back.
We're here for Alka history though, right? That's all we have to talk about.
I
Looking for
see.
May.
So that's why you're looking for this girl with a strange cat. I understand.
So does that mean
I'm
you're
not
gonna
done.
help?
What I understand is this. You two are a couple of reckless wretches who cause trouble in every last thing you do.
Hey, she's spitting right now. That's facts.
Honestly.
She's not
How
wrong.
could the people at Central let these two run around loose? Get out of here right now.
You can't blame Olivia for this. They really just came up here, completely ignorant of
I want to
everything.
say, but I'm interested in Alka history.
And there it is. Here we go.
You're acquainted with this girl from Shin. You've met her before.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
We have.
I'm so here for this.
She has a skill our country doesn't, right?
Yes, 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 yes. Could be useful for everyone.
Too much. Alka history could make an excellent weapon.
It's a mutually beneficial opportunity then.
History.
You're nothing but lapdogs living safely within your city walls.
She is a
We are
demon.
the ones who protect you. We few who are brave enough to
Interesting.
defend the country's border.
Right, so that's, I guess,
My
what
job
the
far
fort is
more
for.
perilous than yours. I will
I wanna
make
know
use
more.
of any knowledge that I can get my hands on.
I respect it.
Leave the task of finding this Alkahestry girl to me. You
Oh.
two will stay here inside the fort.
Hmm.
And Major Miles,
Yes, sir.
put them to work.
Major Miles. Put them to work?
A man who does not work has no right to eat.
It really is different up in the north. Al doesn't need to eat though.
Boys,
But I can tell that on the inside they remain soft and weak.
This is what I was saying. This could be good for them being up here.
Something. Those two have a secret they aren't telling us.
And they ain't gonna tell you everything. You're right though.
So what are you hiding, Major?
Straight to it. He ain't gonna say anything.
For you guys to
you really want to know?
Talk to him. Oh, he's Ishvalan!
Fallen.
We were told all the soldiers from Ishmael
Juicy,
were
juicy,
murdered
juicy
with
stuff.
determination.
It's true that Ishvalan blood flows in my veins, but my father and my grandmother were not from that region. They were
Oh.
a different race.
I see.
My eyes are Ishvalan, though. My grandfather's blood runs strong. A Mestrian. It was your people who destroyed the land of my grandfather.
Ed and Al weren't involved in that though.
Ishvalan, your people destroyed our countryside.
Okay, so I believe, as you guys pointed out to me, that is a reference to something from the manga, right? Ed was talking to Envy, right? And said, you were the reason my hometown was destroyed. And I believe it was something to do with the war. It was manga only, right? So in this moment, I've forgotten his name, excuse me. He said to Ed, as an Emestrian, your people were responsible for Ishval, right? He's right. Not specifically Ed and Al, but Emestrians. To counter that, Ed has said, y'all are responsible for ruining, you know, my countryside, like part of where Ed grew up, right? I believe.
Responsible for murdering my friend's parents.
Yep, okay. Holding his ground. Miles, that's it.
I'm sorry, but that's the first time I've heard anyone give me that kind of an answer.
I thought he'd like that, yeah.
Balin tried to kidnap me, nearly killed me, and then briefly fought alongside me. After
True.
all that, my feelings are a bit conflicted. Besides, I think people should try to ignore their race and just treat each other as equals.
Yes, sir. Good opinion. Laying some good groundwork with Miles here. That's good. I really like that. I was going to say, I feel like Ed's reading the situation very well by going at Miles like that, but I think he was just being himself, just speaking what he felt like in that moment, which is still really good of him.
The presence of someone with Ishvalan blood could cause discord among the soldiers stationed here. It would have been easier for her to get rid of me.
This is Briggs. No matter what happens, this territory must not fall.
Briggs seems very important.
Both strong and flexible. In short, we do not have the luxury of discrimination here.
She is a real one. I love
The blood
that.
of several races flows within you, and with that comes varying strengths and values. You can see this country in a way that others cannot. I was born and raised in Amestris. In order to lead, I need someone with your eyes. Now shut up and follow me, Miles.
Now shut up and follow me.
Her words made
Bad
sense.
bitch.
I even went so far as to ask her, what if the Ishvalan blood within me cannot forgive what the military did to my people? And you want to know what the general said?
Yeah, talk to me. What'd she say?
Fine, then. Bring it. On behalf of the military, I will accept your challenge anytime.
She got that sword. She is a real one. I bet she's seen some things. She knows some things, man.
I'll fight you one-on-one.
The look in her eye.
She is a demon. I love it.
You know what the law is here?
What's that?
Survival of the fittest?
That's right. Without power, you die. And
Fair
if you
enough.
live, you might survive. Whether you're a private or a general, race, ethnicity, and gender make no difference.
Excellent, as it should be. Oh shit. Huh?
Survival of the fittest in action. Your luck was strong, so you survived.
God damn. He really accidentally got out of the way of that.
Scraped off. That'll be your job for today.
That's not bad. If you... I was gonna say, if you're tall.
Is that you?
It's Fullmetal, yeah, he got transferred up here.
Officer Fullmetal!
The Elric brothers.
Let's
What are
go.
you doing here?
I thought you were at the Northern Command Center.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
For a while, but then Northern Command bumped me up here.
If they have you doing something like this, then that means
They've taken you off the career track?
Wait, what? Hello?
Does that include combat automail?
Yeah, now come on.
Ooh. Have they sent for Winry? I want Winry up here, man. Hello.
This is the lowest level of Fort Briggs.
This looks big time down here.
Even if the fort's attacked, this area will remain safe.
Hmm.
Hey kid, move out of the way.
Look at this guy. That's Bobby.
Hey, Bobby, it's this pipe.
Hey, Bobby. You gonna...
It's coming
What's that?
from underground.
What?
Sounds like someone's digging through the rock.
Maybe it's spies from Drachma. They could be digging a tunnel under the fort.
I know who it is, man. It's him. It's Sloth.
It's so annoying. It's killing me.
Oh my god, look at him.
Would be a pain too.
Is this what he's been doing this whole time? Wait. Is this happening right now? Okay, so I remember very vividly the first shot they showed of Sloth. He was like down somewhere digging, right? I can't remember what they said about him, but I remember that. And then seeing him as the massive thumbnail here, I knew straight away. Is this what he's been doing? And of course, with such anime timing, like he would pop up as soon as Ed and Al are here. Right, here we go. I'm so here for this. Look at this guy, Sloth. He said this area will remain safe.
Grayson, Alchemist?
Sloth
He was
pops up.
severely wounded on a cargo train headed here. He was checked into a hospital at the base of the mountain.
Damn it, Kimberly is here.
Why was Kimberly headed up north? I thought he was serving time in prison.
Yes.
I don't like this.
Read the situation.
What is it?
We've got an intruder from under the ground, sir.
Wait, what?
It's time. Oh my god. Let's see what Sloth can do. Dude, he is massive! I saw the tattoo, right? Somewhere? Maybe it's on his back. There it is, yeah. So they know. Dude, he looks crazy.
Do they know we've come here to find a way of fighting them?
I think this is coincidental, right? I mean, he's Sloth.
What's this?
I'm guessing the creepy guy back in Central who you call Father told you about us.
But you see,
Okay, I see,
we're just
perhaps.
trying to find a way to get our bodies back, that's all.
Why should I care about you?
Interesting. Right, okay, I follow.
How annoying. What a pain.
What's he doing?
He doesn't know?
Yeah, this is what I think.
I don't think he's heard about us from Father or Fuhrer Bradley.
That's what I think. Ed and Al have assumed straight away that, you know, he's been sent here because it is very coincidental, right? But as viewers, we saw that shot earlier of Sloth digging the hole, so I think he really has no idea.
Aha! So it turns out that you really are a
Oh, come on, bro.
No, we're not!
It is very coincidental, though. I get it.
You knew who he was.
No, we
They know what he is.
not lying. We never even met that guy.
Oh my god. Oh shit. He almost got him.
What is this place? This place.
So why is Sloth here then? That's the question.
Can I stop digging now that I'm here?
Fire!
It's not going to do anything to him. Bouncing off him.
Guns aren't affecting him at all.
Is he just going straight up? Dude, he is just chilling.
This is bad. That thing's going up to development. Get him! Go! Contact development.
Let's see if we can help.
Check the hole. There might be others coming.
Let's get Olivia involved, man. That's what I'm here for. Let's see what she can do. Oh, I love this kind of thing. All posted up, waiting for the threat to come at them. You ain't gonna stand a chance, man. Okay. Well, that did something to him.
Put it out.
God damn, look at that. Yep, he's good.
I know that I hit it.
Yep.
It's no use.
But do you know what it is, though?
Work against him.
What? Shut off the alarm. It won't help.
Oh my god, she just tossed that thing.
That we're in trouble.
Yeah, the Drachmans.
Remove the fuses from the shells.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Let's see if these do anything. I love this whole vibe that's going on right now. Headshot. See if that does anything. A tank round. Now you're just healing it right off. Ain't nothing to Sloth.
Pain is annoying.
Don't just sit there. Load the next round.
How do we stop this guy? Ooh. Bro, how do we stop this guy? What do we do? He's not taking any damage.
To work. Dig a hole.
Dig a hole. What is Sloth's deal, man? Good save, good save.
Try whatever you want to, but he won't die.
He won't.
Just what are you saying?
And this is what they haven't told him
Something like that, huh?
about the homunculi.
Because we...
Oh, come on. Spit it out. I get it.
Answer. How do you know about that thing? Are you a Drachman spy?
I'm not.
Is that thing a spy?
I really doubt it.
Yeah, not from Drachma.
No, apparently not.
What is that thing?
I'll just tell him. I know, but you gotta tell him. Oh, man.
That thing work for?
He's so worried about Winry.
Answer that.
Why can't you answer?
I get it, but...
I can't answer.
Oh, I hate this situation now.
This is my last question.
I understand
Are
it.
you on our side, or are you in league with that thing?
I'm not with him. I don't want to see anyone here get hurt.
Say you're on their side.
Tell me what that thing's made of.
His body structure and compositional elements are probably the same as a human's.
What that mean?
Buccaneer, bring me some tank fuel now.
Ooh.
We're going to douse it.
Let's go.
It won't work, General. Set him on fire, but he still won't die.
I understand. I learned from our last attack that we can't kill it. The best that we can hope for is to stop or delay it.
Yeah, right.
So we'll have to hit it with something even stronger than fire.
Uh-huh, what that?
Now you get to see the
Damn, look at
Briggs
her.
Way, kid.
Yeah, I want to see the Briggs Way. Is that it? Things are starting to pick up a little bit. I guess you could have said last episode with the whole Scar and Kimberly deal that things were already picking up. But I think the biggest thing to talk about this episode is how the whole situation with Bradley and the way he's threatening Ed and Al with Winry is affecting, you know, their ability to interact with Olivier, right, and the people of Briggs, right? I'll talk about that in a minute. So this entire episode has just been dedicated to what's going on up in Briggs. So we start off, yes, we have, you know, a different type of automail being used up here, a lighter type, I believe they said, composed of like a lot of different metals, like a very specific alloy. And I'm assuming based on the portrait, or the photo that Olivia was looking at when she was referencing Alex Armstrong, was that was their family, right? But it was hard for me to recognize like a lot of people in that photo outside of the automail mechanic we got introduced to. I don't know if we got told her name, but my first thought was like, let's get Winry up here. Like she needs to learn about this new kind of automail, which is what they suggested. Like you should call for Winry, and they did pan to a little scene of Winry last episode about her being informed that the boys are up in Briggs, up in the north. Obviously, given what Ed and Al know about Bradley threatening them with Winry, you know, they're trying to keep her out of as much danger as possible. All they want to know is that she's okay. So Ed was pretty reluctant for them to bring Winry up, probably for just as much of like, damn, she's gonna be mad more than anything, as well as, you know, they're trying to protect her. So Buccaneer and Miles are the two, I guess, like right-hand men of Olivia. Those two we got shown in that really sick shot of her in episode 32. The Buccaneer seems very quick to judge, I guess, kind of like that big guy, bit of a meathead maybe. He's already judged Ed and Al twice, like when they first met, and now in this interest he saw them talking to Sloth, like they knew what it was. Instantly he's like, nah, you're a spy. But I think he'll come around. He seems kind of cool, and he's probably got a cool story behind him about how he got his automail arm as well, how he would have, I imagine, lost his arm. But I like Buccaneer. I think he's going to be really cool. Miles as well is a really cool kind of character, right? He came on pretty strong about, look, you're an Amestrian. Amestrians are the ones who ruined my homeland, essentially, being Ishval. So he is a third generation Ishvalan. I think that's how you say it. I'm not too knowledgeable on stuff like this, but his grandfather was Ishvalan, right? But not his parents? Is that what he said? Let me go back. Okay, his father and his grandmother are not from Ishval, but his grandfather was, right? And he said his grandfather's blood was very strong, flowing through his veins. That's why his eyes are still red, and he has that shade of skin as well. So I'm assuming that means, when he says his father is not from Ishval, I believe his mother would have been the child of his grandfather, right? And not his father. It probably doesn't matter, but I'm just thinking a lot about that. But a really cool character. I like how Ed came on really strong right back at him, saying, look, you're Ishvalan. Ishvalans are the reason part of my homeland got destroyed, why one of our friends' parents got killed. Like, you're going to come at me as an Amestrian for something I wasn't involved in. I'm going to come at you as an Ishvalan for something you weren't involved in. And that whole brilliant concept that got spoken about later on was the whole, it doesn't matter someone's race or where they come from, anything like that. Everyone should be equal, right? I think that's absolutely fantastic. It's what Miles was saying, and that's what Olivier was saying as well about Briggs. Like, Briggs just has this whole different situation about it, right? It doesn't matter where you come from, what your deal is. If you can be strong and you can be up here doing what we're trying to do, which I'm not entirely sure what it is they're trying to do. There's a lot of emphasis on Drachma, like these spies from Drachma, like what's going on in Drachma. It's just so interesting to me. And Olivier is putting so much emphasis on how important Fort Briggs is and what they're trying to do. Like, it's one of the most important things, like protecting the border. And a lot of you have been putting emphasis on, like, you know, the Briggs arc and the Northern arc. Like, this is going to be a really big deal for a few episodes here. So I really cannot wait to see what happens with all of this. So Olivia, doing her best to try and, get on the same page as Ed and Al. Like, yes, they're state alchemists, they need to be respected a little bit. But she's like, hey, up here in Briggs, we do things differently. So Ed and Al, they cannot let on to anyone really that they're still going on about their business trying to stop the homunculi and father, right? So essentially they're up here because they're looking for May to figure out alchemy. And the reason they want alchemy is perhaps they can use it against father. Perhaps he can only stop alchemy with that EMP situation he did when they were down, in his thing underneath Central. But they can't let on about that because if Bradley learns that they're, still trying to interfere, he's gonna send for Winry and there's gonna be trouble. So he cannot, even though he can probably trust these people, he's like, if information gets out and reaches the wrong ears, like he said, it's going to be trouble. So he said he just can't do it. What he could tell them though was that we're here trying to get our bodies back. We've had this whole ordeal with human transmutation and whatnot, but we're up here looking for this girl from Xing who is proficient in alchemy, which is a different type of alchemy from this country, right? And that's what Olivia's grabbed onto. That could be really useful for them up in Briggs, and she said you can never have too much knowledge. Like I'll take it. So I'm going to be in charge of finding this May girl and figuring out alchemy, and then we can all use it. So like I said, it's a mutually beneficial opportunity, right? If Olivia and Ed and Al can all figure out alchemy, they can use it for their own things, right? That seems great. And of course, and like I said, it's so coincidental, it's very anime, but I'm sure it's happened for a reason. Sloth has rocked up right in the bottom of Fort Briggs. As soon as that guy has just said, this is like, even if Fort Briggs is attacked, this place will remain safe. Here comes Sloth from under the ground. Ed and Al have just rocked up there as well, of course. And like I said, we knew this about Sloth. He was down there, he was digging. And was this where he was meant to go? Is this where he's just happened to have ended up? It's so interesting. But here he is. Ed and Al have obviously recognized him as a homunculus because of his tattoo. But they can't let on about that information to Olivia, again, because of Winry. So that whole exchange between Ed and Olivia, and Ed just saying, I can't answer that. I can't. I'm on your side. I'm against Sloth. I don't want anyone here to get hurt, but literally right now, I cannot tell you what I know. Which again is just more of Bradley's influence, like he's getting involved, making things complicated, right? It's very difficult for the boys. And I also want to draw attention to the fact that the people of Briggs were very right to get on Ed and Al's backs about how ignorant are you two coming up here with no knowledge of what's going on. You come up here without letting your automail mechanic know, without an automail mechanic, completely unaware of how the cold affects automail and everything, completely avoiding Northern Command, going straight to Briggs. They really just got on a train and just went up there and just hiked all the way up to Briggs, just like that. I guess from their point of view, they have this letter of introduction. That's fine. We'll give it to them. That's going to explain everything. We're state alchemists, cool. It's just not how it works up in Briggs, man. Like I said in the intro, I think this could be really good for the pair of them. Might harden them up a little bit. Very different environment up there. But this whole Sloth situation is very interesting. I want to know why he's there. What's his deal? Like, there's got to be something to do with father and the homunculus. I don't really have much to go on about that right now. But that was a really good episode. That last little exchange between Ed and Olivia really gave me a lot to talk about where they're at. But I really imagine and I hope that they can kind of get onto a similar level of things here, and Ed's going to be able to explain to them the whole situation, because as viewers, obviously, we want to think that we can trust Olivia and this whole Briggs situation. So perhaps when Winry gets up there, if Winry actually does get up there, they can kind of get the whole situation out there, even if that means Winry needs to be aware that like she's being targeted, right? Like if Ed and Al slip up, she could be in danger. But we'll see. This was kind of a theme earlier on in the show, this whole keeping information from people like Ed and Al and Winry, just because they're all trying to take care of each other and watch out for each other. But I think even in this situation, perhaps it might be good if Winry knows what exactly is going on, because Winry is very important. Like, she's their automail mechanic. She's a big reason of why Ed can do the things he can. And she's a big driving force for them as well. But obviously they want to keep her safe. It's like what Hugh said to Roy, right? You're going to need as many people on your side as you can. So perhaps being transparent, even though the situation is really dangerous, might be the best thing for everyone here, to kind of get Olivia and Briggs on their side. Also, if they get Winry up there, that might be a really safe place for her to be, right? Even though Sloth has just managed to break in, if they can deal with this situation and Winry comes up there, she might be safer there than in Rush Valley. It's very interesting. I'm trying really hard not to miss out on any details from that episode. But I think the biggest takeaways are, like I said, the whole ordeal with Bradley threatening the boys with Winry so they can't be transparent to Olivia. We have Sloth here, and Olivia's just said something about we got to use something stronger than fire. Like, what does that mean? It's going to be great. A lot of these questions I'm sure are going to be answered in the next episode. But I think that's going to do it from this one. I feel pretty good about that going into the next part of this arc here. And another quick note as well, you'll probably notice, I believe this is the first episode I'm going to put up since hitting 200 subs, but 200 subs, another milestone I'm very grateful for. I appreciate any support that I'm getting on the channel and any engagement I'm getting on any of these videos. But I have done a tiny little rebrand. I've just changed the name. It was kind of a theme I was working with at the beginning of this whole journey. You know, that it's about the journey and not the destination, but I'm still keeping that theme strong on the channel. I just don't want to completely restrict myself to just being an anime only channel by having the word anime in the title of the channel, right? Because I know there's going to be a bunch of little things here and there that are going to pop up that aren't necessarily anime related that I will want to make videos on, react to, do discussions on. And I didn't want to have like a completely separate channel for like stuff like that, because it's still going to be in the same kind of spectrum of the internet, right? But that's it about that. I'm really looking to try and get like a better banner and like a profile picture as well for the channel as well, just kind of make it look a little bit more professional looking. And I'm working towards like a better camera and a better microphone and better lighting and everything. I just want to make the whole production a lot better. So please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more content like this. I have a bunch of things in the works. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. I really appreciate it and I really enjoyed the interaction and engagement that I do get on these videos. But that's going to do it for this one. We'll see you in the next episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.